So hi there students, welcome back to another video lesson. So we are now on the fourth week of our video lessons in grade 7 mathematics quarter 1. So for this video lesson, we will be discussing about the properties on operations of integers. So after natin i-discuss yung introduction ng integers as well as yung operations, so ngayon naman, properties naman ang pag-uusapan natin. So let's start. So for our lesson objective, so we will be illustrating the different properties of operations on the set of integers. So malalaman nyo mamaya kung ano nga ba yung mga properties na aking sinasabi. So let's start the discussion. So for our first property, we have closure property. So what is closure property? If a and b are any two integers, then the sum, that is a plus b, the difference, that is a minus b, and the product, that is a times b, is also an integer. So for you to be able to understand this property, let's have examples. Example number 1, 3 plus negative 11 is equal to negative 8. So dito sa properties on the operations of integers, so applied pa rin po dito yung rules natin sa operations on integers ha. Like for example, itong number 1, follow the sign of the bigger value and then proceed to subtraction. Kaya negative 8 ang sagot. Next, number 2, negative 7 plus 19. So mas mataas ang 19. Then subtract 7 from 19. So ang sagot natin is 12. And then 4 minus negative 28, that is equal to 32. Kasi papalitan natin yung sign ng negative 28 na magiging positive and then we proceed to addition. And then negative 62 minus negative 37, that is equal to negative 25. Okay? And then for multiplication naman, 13 times negative 8 is equal to negative 104. So remember yung rules natin sa multiplication of integers and division of integers, pareho lang. Okay? And then for number 6, negative 7 times negative 39, that is 273. So as you can see, nung pinerform natin yung operations, addition, subtraction, and multiplication, nakakuha tayo ng sagot na integer. So, kung nagtataka kayo, you're wondering bakit walang division dito na operation. It's because, for example, if we divide 5 by 2, the answer is 2.5. And 2.5 is not considered as an integer. So, para kasi maging integer siya, kailangan din po whole number siya. Okay? So, as you can see, 2.5, hindi siya whole number. 2 kalahati. So, meron siyang kalahating nakabigay. So, hindi po apply dito yung division. Only addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Meron pa. For example, if we divide 10 by 0, the answer is undefined. So, yung undefined na yan, mamimit nyo yan sa rational numbers. Okay? So, we cannot divide 10 by 0. So, kasi wala tayong makukuhang sagot. Next, let's have commutative property. For addition, changing the order of the addends does not change the sum. That is, a plus b is equal to b plus 8. Ang ibig sabihin lang yan, pagpalitin man natin yung pwesto ng mga addends, hindi naman mababago yung sagot. So, by the way, nakita nyo dyan yung word na addends. So, yung addends na yan, ito po yung mga number na pinag-a-add. And what is sum? Ito po yung sagot kapag pinag-add natin yung addends. For multiplication, changing the order of the factors does not change the product. Same rules applied. So, palitan man natin yung order ng dalawang factors na yan, hindi naman mababago yung product. So, dito, kapag yung dalawang number or dalawang integers minumultiply, ang tawag po doon is factors. And then, yung nakuhang sagot po doon sa dalawang number o dalawang integers na pinagmultiply is product. So, paano yun ipapakita? That is, a times b is equal to b times a. So, let's have examples for commutative property. So, ipapakita ko sa inyo na kahit magbago yung order ng addends, factors, hindi naman magbabago yung sum and product. So, number 1, 23 plus 15 is equal to 15 plus 23. So, if we add 23 and 15, that is 38. equals 38. Negative 86 plus 57, that is negative 29. 57 plus negative 86, that is negative 29 also. Next, for multiplication, 7 times 13, that is 91. 13 times 7, that is 91. And then, our last example, negative 3 times negative 85, that is positive 255. And then, negative 85 times negative 3, that is also 255. So, pwede nyo namang i-check sa sarili nyo kung tama ba yung mga nakuha kong mga sagot. So, ayan, as you can see, nabago man yung mga orders ng addends and factors, hindi naman nagbago yung sum and product. So, kung natatandaan nyo kanina, diniscuss ko lang yung commutative property under addition and multiplication. Hindi ko sinabi yung subtraction and division. It's because hindi po kasi applicable ang commutative property under subtraction and division. So, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung paano hindi naging applicable yung subtraction and division. So, for example, number 1. 9 minus 5 equals 5 minus 9. So, check natin. 9 minus 5, that is 4. 5 minus 9, the answer is negative 4. So, as you can see, sa left side, 4. Sa right side, negative 4. Pareho ba yan? Hindi po. So, we can say that 9 minus 5 is not equal to 5 minus 9. So, under division naman, 18 divided by 3 is equal to 3 divided by 18. Okay. So, if we divide 18 by 3, the quotient is 6. 3 over 18 naman, ang sagot dito is 1/6 or 1 over 6. So, you can see, dito sa left side, 6. Sa right side naman, 1 over 6. It means, 18 divided by 3 is not equal to 3 divided by 18. Ayan po So, sana clear sa inyo kung bakit hindi pwedeng i-apply ang commutative property under subtraction and division. So, after nating discuss ang commutative property, let's have associative property. So, for addition, changing the group of the addends does not change the sum. So, that is, the sum of A and B plus C is equal to A plus the sum of B and C. So, as you can see, meron tayong grouping symbols na ginamit, which is parentheses. So, dito sa left side, ginroup niya yung A and B. And then, sa right side naman, B and C naman ang nakagroup. So, kahit naman pagpalitin natin yung groupings, wala naman pong magbabago sa sum. Next, for multiplication, changing the grouping of the factors does not change the product. So, ganun pa rin. Kahit ipag-multiply natin ang A and B, i-group natin yung A and B, tapos i-multiply natin sa C, kapareho lang siya ng A, multiply natin sa product ng B and C. Okay? So, tatandaan, magbago man yung grouping ng addends and factors, hindi magbabago yung sum and product. So, para patunayan na hindi magbabago yung result, kahit na nagbago yung grouping ng addends and factors, let's have examples. So, number 1, so the sum of negative 4 plus 9 plus 13 is equal to negative 4 plus the sum of 9 and 13. So, solve natin siya. So, negative 4 plus 9, that is 5. And then plus 13 equals negative 4 plus the sum of 9 and 13, that is 22. So, if we add 5 and 13, that is 18. If we add negative 4 and 22, that is also 18. So, in here, kailangan natin i-follow yung sign ng bigger value, which is yung 22, and then we subtract. So, 22 minus 4, that is 18. So, as you can see, associative property under addition, okay siya. What about in multiplication? So, the product of 5 and 9 times 3 is equal to 5 times the product of 9 and 3. So, check natin. 5 times 9, that is 45 times 3. And then, dito naman, 5 times the product of 9 and 3, that is 27. So, if we multiply 45 and 3, that is 135. On the right side, 5 times 27, that is 135. As you can see, we obtain the same products. So, associative property under multiplication, okay po siya. So, let's have the next property, which is distributive property. So, when a number is multiplied to the sum or difference of two numbers, the result is the same as multiplying each add-in by that number, and then adding the two products. So, para mas malinawan kayo sa definition ng distributive property, so ito po siya. For example, ito. So, itong A na to, for example, number siya. I-distribute itong A na to sa term na nasa loob ng, or terms na nasa loob ng parentheses. So, A times B, and then A times C. So, A times B, that is AB, i-add sa product ng A tsaka C, which is AC. Okay. Kapag naman difference ang pinag-uusapan natin, ganun pa rin naman. A times B, that is AB. A times negative C, that is negative AC. So, let's have examples. Ayan, yung number 1. So, yung 13, multiply natin sa sum ng negative 6 and 2. So, that is negative 4. Equal daw ba siya sa product ng 13 and negative 6 plus yung product ng 13 and 2. So, 13 times negative 6, that is negative 78, plus 13 times 2, that is 26. So, 13 times negative 4, that is negative 52, equals, so the sum of negative 78 and 26 is negative 52. So, wag kakalimutan ha, follow the sign of the bigger value, and then we proceed to subtraction. For number 2, ayan, negative 2 times the difference of 19 and 11 is equal to the sum of the product of negative 2 and 19 and negative 2, negative 11. So, negative 2 times the difference of 19 and 11, that is 8, equals, so negative 2 times 19, that is negative 38, unlike signs po sila, and then plus negative 2 times negative 11, so pareho po sila ng sign, pag minultiply magiging positive, that is positive 22. Next, negative 2 times 8, that is negative 16, equals, so negative 38 plus 22, unlike signs na naman po sila kapag pinag-add, so follow the sign of the bigger value, yung negative 38, so negative, and then we subtract 38 minus 22, 16. So as you can see, yan po yung distributive property. So let's have identity property. For addition, the identity element is 0. Adding 0 to a number will not change the number. That is, a plus 0 is equal to a, or negative a plus 0 is equal to negative a. So, kahit anong number pa yan, basta nag-add tayo ng 0, ang sagot, yung number pa rin na yun. For multiplication naman, the identity element is 1. Okay. Multiplying 1 to a number will not change the number. That is, a times 1 is equal to a. Or negative a times 1 is equal to negative a. Okay. So, anong ibig sabihin yan? Yung number, mag-multiply tayo ng 1 sa kanya, yung sagot, yung number pa rin na iyon. So let's have examples para mas maintindihan nyo yung identity property. Number 1, 36 plus 0 is equal to 36. So, yung 0 kasi yung value niya, wala. So, 36 plus 0 is equal to 36 pa rin. Hindi nagbago yung sagot. And then, negative 67 plus 0 equals negative 67 pa rin. For multiplication naman, ayan, 45 times 1 is equal to 45. And then, negative 123 times 1 is equal to negative 123. Okay. So, kahit mag-add ka ng 0, walang magbabago sa number, sa sagot. Mag-multiply ka ng 1, wala pa rin magbabago dun sa product. So, yun pa rin yung number na iyon. Let's have inverse property. For addition, the sum of any number and its additive inverse is equal to 0. So, paano yun? A plus negative A is equal to 0. Ibig sabihin, kapag ang number, nag-add ka sa kanya nung opposite number niya, ang sagot ay 0. For multiplication naman, the product of any number and its multiplicative inverse is equal to 1. So, dito naman, kapag yung number minultiply dun sa reciprocal niya, yung kabaligtaran niya, ang sagot ay 1. So, let's have example. Ayan, 19 plus negative 19, that is 0. Negative 200 plus 200 is equal to 0. Anong kabaligtaran ng 19? Negative 19. So, kapag pinag-add, 0. Anong kabaligtaran ng negative 200? That is positive 200. Kapag pinag-add, 0. Next, 26 times 1 over 26 is equal to 1. Next, negative 54 times negative 1 over 54 is equal to 1. So, dito, 26 and 26 makakancel. So, kaya 1 equals 1. Dito naman, negative 54 saka negative 54, makakancel yan. So, 1 equals 1. So, may negative po doon. Remember, negative times negative is positive. So, for our next lesson, we will be expressing rational numbers from fraction to decimal form and vice versa. So, i-define natin dito kung ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng rational numbers, and then magko-convert tayo ng fraction to decimal form and vice versa. So, when we say vice versa, kung i-convert natin ang fraction sa decimal, i-convert din natin ang decimal to fractions. So, yun lang. Maraming salamat.